Hey everyone, it's me, Paxton Bogat. Um, I'm making another vlog because today I had this thought, a very, very powerful thought, and it's really about the intricate magic that we do. The reason why I say that is, though we may do a particular spell, there's a lot of things that come with it that is unexpected. In other words, you may have something happen to you that you didn't expect, you probably didn't want it to happen to you, but yet it happened. What I'm saying is, when I think about how I'm able to do my magic, I realize that it really does question everything that you do. In other words, there's a backlash with it, and I never really thought about questioning my own beliefs. I never really questioned why I do the things I do, and why is it that when I look at my past and my present, what have I done to better myself? Granted, when you do magic, you're trying to better yourself, you're trying to alter your reality. But to be quite honest with you, sometimes I feel that, not that it's not working, not that I'll never get what I want, but it is a tough road. The reason why I say that is because sometimes when I look at my past and I can't differentiate how things were when I was in the right hand path religion and how things are right now in the left hand path. What I mean by that is, I remember, and I'm not just saying this just for the sake of saying this, I'm saying this because I really want you to understand what I'm saying. And perhaps you could relate to what I'm saying. Where it's like you could basically call upon this Yahweh character, right? This is me when I was in the the right hand path religion, these mainstream religion, and you probably pray to this God, and you realize you don't get what you want. Sometimes you do, but most of the time you really don't. You really, really don't. Well, at least for me, that's my experience. Mine's alone, and I always questioned. That was like the cognitive dissonance, and I didn't understand where it's like, how come sometimes you have to be bleeding to get what you want, or as you're bleeding to get what you want, you're not doing enough, and that's what I mean by bleeding. You're not doing enough. You're not worshiping enough. You're not doing whatever enough, and to only find out that other people all around me, they don't even put half of the effort, or that's what it seems to be, and they get what they want. I mean, there's a lot of variables. I can't really think of them all. I'm not gonna flood this video, this vlog, you know, of all these points that I think of. But my point that I'm trying to make is that when I look at my life now, I go, I'm very happy in a sense of me not being in that mindset. Meaning, like, because the Bible is so inerrant, God is perfect in every imaginable way. I look at my life now and I see how that's a bunch of bullshit. It's not just me talking about how much I dislike religion in the Bible. Because I'm going to be quite honest with you. Though I feel very strongly against religion, I'm going to be quite honest because sometimes you have to face it. There are people that need religion, that need this Jesus, some Yahweh. They need the Bible. They need to be told what to do. I mean, after all, when I was much younger, I was getting on in my teens, in my early 20s, that still helps me to appreciate that I needed some sort of guidance. I needed something like that to put my foot on this particular path so that I could learn, not just about how spirituality works and about how people are, a lot of other stuff, but it taught me a lot that when I look at people who are religious now, and I look at myself many years ago, I'm less inclined to be angry, and I'm more inclined to stick with what I believe in on the left hand path. I'm less angry, and I'm looking at people that are that way, and it doesn't bother me because I'm not like that anymore, and I understand. There's people that just need some absolute truth. They need to say that I have all the answers, and even if it's one of those unfalsifiable claims, there's people that just need it. They need to believe in something because they stop searching for the answers on their own. So they want to feel that this is how it is. They will convince themselves that's what it is, and there is no other way around it. But I look at myself and I enjoy the left hand path because as I do magic and I integrate my life within it, I notice I do a lot of questioning about what I do and why I'm on the left hand path. Because it's not just that I never did that in my past, which is not a good thing, especially when you're from a fundamental background. It's like you never want to have an unfalsifiable claim because it means it can't be false in any part of the way. And even when you do see the falsehood, you need mental gymnastics to make it right. But here in the left hand path, it's like if Satan is frustrating, Satan is frustrating. I don't need to say that Satan is not frustrating. Use mental gymnastics, and deep down inside, I know he is because he sows contradictions within my life. Well, yeah, more or less within my life to teach me something. But that's my point. I'm able to look at the situation and go, yeah, he just contradicted himself, but I learned from it. And I'm able to say I've learned from it because I've given myself enough time to question it, to analyze it, to really look at it for what it is. Separate from my intuitive side, from my objective mind, to separate it, to bring it together. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you need to deconstruct yourself, your beliefs, deconstruct yourself, your belief system, in order to reconstruct it, to really know if you really believe in it, or you say who you really are is legit or not, because that doesn't make any sense to just believe for the sake of believing. And it's not enough to say that this is logical, because just because you've given the answer, you still have to look at how you feel. I know sometimes I could be quite cynical and I could go, well, it doesn't matter how I feel, because that's one of my hiccups. Life just sometimes take that out of me, but I realize that's not also the answer, and I know I need to work on that. Hence, my main point in this vlog is like, you want to be very harmonious. You want to look at your failures. You want to look at magic and not try to be that person that is saying that you know everything, or it should have happened already, or something of that nature. You really have to just go with the ride, go with the flow, and the answers will come to you eventually. I say that because when I look at my own personal life, just like in my other vlog, I talk about my manifestation of my windfall, and it doesn't necessarily bother me, but it's one of those things where it can potentially bother me if I'm not doing what I'm saying now. You have to look at it, analyze it, and really see if you really believe it compared to other very strong belief systems. You get what I'm trying to say? Because it's like you could do a love spell, and you want to be with this individual, and the demon could pull you closer and closer to this individual, but if you're not questioning, then you're going to sooner than later realize that all you've been doing is just idolizing. It's just an idea. It sounds good to you. So in other words, all this time you've been that individual that's been fantasizing. It sounds good to you, but when those certain drills, those changes, those needed changes in your life come about, you just bail because you know how it is. Once you touch something that hurts, you just want to leave because you know the pain outweighs this so-called dream you have. It's not a dream. You're just you're bullshitting yourself. You're deluding yourself. That's why I believe it is vague that the main another main idea that I want to put across to all of you is that you have to look at your life lessons as exactly that. You want to, if you really, really want something to come into fruition, to change your reality, I'm going to sound kind of crazy by saying this, but it is definitely worth it. The reason why I say it's worth it is because you're doing something that is changing your reality, and you are really giving your answer to the question, what are you willing to do in order to change your reality? I repeat, you are definitely answering the question, what are you willing to do to change your reality? What will you give up? How far will you go? You have to ask yourself that. If you don't, then you're going to find out that you're missing out. Because when I think about my manifestation, man, I'm to a point more than ever before that you have to learn to say you give up. You have to be kicking, crying, your hands all over the place, and you just can't take it anymore. Like I said before in my other videos, that means you're growing. That means you're getting the point. Because it shouldn't be easy for you. It shouldn't be. If you want any major change in your life, those struggles, saying I quit, is saying that it's working. Never mind that bullshit that you're weak or you're strong. No. I know it's all subjective, because if you think about subjective reality, you have to think about how this person could take 10,000 knives in the back, or someone could take that one, let's say, path working, that one experience that you have, and it could just topple them. You can't really compare. You should never compare yourself to other people, others on YouTube, social media, whatever have you, because you may not know the full picture, the extent of your struggles. The reason being is that your threshold, if you were put out on the streets right now, it could have definitely killed you. But someone else may have had to go homeless in order to get to where they're at, to stop doing drugs or whatever. I'm just really trying to connect with you that when you do magic, you have to really understand these things abound, so that it makes you stronger, so that you could question yourself, question why you're doing these things, how much you do believe in it, so that you can achieve yourself. Because once you achieve what you've been trying to do the whole entire time while manifesting, you're going to say it was worth it. And you know what? I shocked myself by making this video because, I take myself seriously by being another face of Satan, another representative of Satan. Not that I'm trying to produce in a very extreme way, being chosen by Satan, even though Satan had told me to do YouTube videos. But what I'm saying is I shock myself because when I get on camera and I speak from the heart, I'm being very authentic, is therapeutic for me, because a lot of the answers to the questions that I didn't have just prior to making these videos, they're answered now as I'm doing these videos. And it makes me feel good that I encourage myself by helping you friends to understand that magic comes at a price. It is a backlash, but you need to pull yourself through it. You have to grind your teeth, and you just got to do it, because it's not, answers are not going to fall from the sky. You need to pick up the pace and do it yourself, is what I'm saying in this video, in this vlog. So with that said, you could always contact me by my Facebook, by my Instagram, comment down below, and as well, please subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, it helps me out a lot, and I see you all in my next video.